All right, chapter 16, no marriage for Jeremiah. The word of the Lord came to me, do not marry or have sons or daughters in this place. So basically, be a eunuch, like Paul, when he's here. And he's going to tell him why. For this is what the Lord says concerning sons and daughters born in this place, as well as concerning the mothers who bear them and the fathers who father them in this land. They will be unalived from deadly diseases. They will not be mourned or buried, but will be like manure on the soil's surface. They will be finished off by sword and famine. Their corpses will become food for the birds of the sky and for the wild animals of the land. Now, Jeremiah already is going through it, is in distress because of everything happening around him. And everything that God is doing and punishing these people affects Jeremiah and his family, who God told him not to even trust. Don't even trust the people in your own house. Don't trust them. For this is what the Lord says, don't enter a house where a mourning feast is taking place. Don't go to lament or sympathize with them, for I have removed my peace from these people as well as my faithful love and compassion. This is the Lord's declaration. Both great and small will die in this land without burial. No lament will be made for them, nor will anyone cut himself or shave his head for them. So these are things that they did when people died. Their time of mourning. Food won't be provided for the mourner to comfort him because of the dead. So you know how when after a funeral they have the repast and there's food? That went all the way back to the Bible. That's what they did. A consoling drink won't be given him for the loss of his father and mother. Do not enter the house where feasting is taking place to sit with them to eat and drink. For this is what the Lord of armies, the God of Israel, says. I am about to eliminate from this place before your eyes and end your time the sound of joy and gladness, the voice of the groom and the bride. So all the celebrations that they used to have, because they had so many celebrations and feasts, that's what they did. But he's going to take all that joy and peace and all the reasons for celebrating away from them. So they're all going to just be mourning. They're not going to have a reason to celebrate. And he's telling Jeremiah, don't mourn them. Don't sympathize with them. Don't do any of that. Abandoning the Lord and his law. When you tell these people all these things, they will say to you, why has the Lord declared all this terrible disaster against us? What is our iniquity? What is our sin that we have committed against the Lord our God? First of all, they are delusional if they're asking these questions. So he's telling him, when you tell them all of this, they're going to ask, why is he punishing us? What did we do to make these punishments that he's giving us so severe? Delusion. Y'all know what y'all did. Then you will answer them, because your ancestors abandoned me, this is the Lord's declaration, and followed other gods, served them, and bowed and worshipped to them. Indeed, they abandoned me and did not keep my instruction. You did more evil than your ancestors. Look, each one of you was following the stubbornness of his evil heart, not obeying me. So I will hurl you from this land into a land that you and your ancestors have not known. Again, what group of people does this make you think of? There you will worship other gods both day and night, for I will not grant you grace. However, look, the days are coming, the Lord's declaration, when it will no longer be said, as the Lord lives, who brought the Israelites from the land of Egypt, that was the first Exodus. As the Lord lives, he brought the Israelites from the land of the north and from all the other lands where he had banished them. For I will return them to their land that I gave their ancestors. That is the second Exodus, which is also called the gathering. Punishment of exile. I'm about to send for many fishermen. This is the Lord's declaration, and they will fish for them. Now remember, if you've read the Gospels, you know that Jesus told, I think it was either Simon and Andrew or John and James, or he might have told all four of them, that he will teach them how to fish for people. Jesus said this very exact thing. He would teach them how to fish for them. Then I will send many I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them down on every mountain. Now, granted, this is not the same exact meaning, but he said something similar. He will learn that he will teach them how to fish for people, as in to bring people to Christ. But this is not the same meaning. Then I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them down on every mountain and hill, and out of the clefts of the rocks. For my gaze takes in all their ways. They cannot hide. Y'all, people actually think that if they turn the lights off, and do things that they should not be doing in the dark, that God will not see them, that he will not know. It doesn't matter. You can be in a tunnel, in a cave. He will see you. They are not concealed from me, and their iniquity is not hidden from my sight. I will first repay them double for their iniquity and sin, because they have polluted my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their abhorrent and detestable idols. Lord, my strength and my stronghold, my refuge in a time of distress. The nations will come to you from the ends of the earth, and they will say, our ancestors inherited only lies, worthless idols of no benefit at all. Can one make gods for himself? But they are not gods. Because they're not gods. Right? And it says, can one make gods for himself? Essentially, if you're making a god for yourself, you're worshiping yourself. Therefore, I'm about to inform them, and this time I will make them know my power and my might. Then they will know that my name is the Lord.